Martin's on the call. Okay, we're now live and clear. So, welcome everybody. My name is Colin Simmons. I'm calling you from Birmingham in the United Kingdom. It's my pleasure to be here this morning just to explain to you an opportunity, a home-based opportunity that came my way just over 3 months ago. And it's like nothing I'd ever seen before. I've got a background in home-based business. I have been working in multi-level marketing for the last 30 years. I have tried all sorts of products in my time. So I'm going to explain to you what I found that is so different today, and it's not multi-level marketing, and I will go through and explain the difference. So first of all, I'd like to say welcome everybody. If you'd like to just unmute yourself, tell me who you are, and tell me where you are in the world. That would be fantastic.
Hi Colin, it's Martin Brady from Stenning in West Sussex.
Good morning, Martin. He's from the UK. Welcome, my friend.
That is the UK, yeah.
Hi Colin, it's Merlin and I'm in London.
Good morning, Merlin, from the capital of the UK. Welcome.
Hi Colin, Robert from Belgium.
Good morning, Robert from Belgium. Welcome. International call.
Hi, it's Nigel from Manchester.
Hi, Eugene from South Africa. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Nigel from UK as well. Welcome.
Hi, Colin. Adrian from Edinburgh,
Good
UK.
morning, Adrian from Scotland. Welcome.
I
missed the last part of what you said there, Adrian. I missed that.
The sunny Scotland.
Sunny Scotland. Probably a bit chilly. Who else do we have on the call? I want to get started in about 2 minutes, if not.
Colin, Steve.
Gillian, Australia, Melbourne, Australia.
Oh, welcome, Gillian from Australia. We have a truly international call today. Love it.
Yeah.
What time is it in Australia right now, Gillian?
Just after 10 o'clock.
On the evening, on Monday evening?
Yeah, that's right.
Fantastic. Thank you for staying up. Thank you. Anybody else like to say hello before I get started with this morning's presentation? Welcome, Ian, to the call. Aaron has his hand raised. You can, if you can't speak, Aaron, I guess, if you can't speak, by the way, if anybody is in a position where you cannot speak, you might be too loud where you are, by all means, put your hello or your question in the chat, and I'll be happy to read it out, and maybe my colleague who's just jumped on will probably help me out if I miss anything. So, Aaron, you got your hand up before I get started. Is there something you wanted to say, my friend?
Hello.
Hi, Aaron. I can hear you now, loud and clear.
Hello.
Hi, Aaron. I'm very well. I'm fantastic, actually.
Hello.
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Yes, it's Aaron from Botswana. I'm fine. How are you?
Botswana. Wow, welcome. Welcome to the call. What time is it in Botswana right now?
13:06.
Wow, so it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon in Botswana. Thank you for being on the call. Truly an international call that we have this morning. Okay, I'll just lower your hand now.
Thank you, Sam.
Okay, so just sit back, have a listen,
Okay.
make any notes that you might need to make. As I say, my name is Colin Simmons. I'm from Birmingham in the United Kingdom. I have been involved in a home-based business market for the last 30 years. I will just mute you all for now so everybody can hear what I'm saying. Okay, 1 second.
Okay.
Now, welcome. Just let me make sure everybody can hear me okay. Okay, so as I say, yes, last 30 years I've been working in the network marketing industry. And I've had my ups and my downs in that industry for sure. It's something I saw as a young guy, and it actually blew my mind because it was a new way of me earning an income. I knew from a very young age that the idea of 9 to 5 was not going to be for me because I wanted more, and I knew I'm not going to get that in a 9 to 5. I wanted to be a sports person, but I was no good at football, so I couldn't do that. So my background actually is martial arts. I'm a former world champion at karate. But again, there's no money involved in karate. So unlike footballers, it doesn't pay, although I enjoyed it. So I needed to find a different way. And network marketing 30 years ago was a real eye-opener for me. Now, as I say, I've had my ups and downs, but it's definitely an improvement, in my eyes, on the 9-to-5 situation. Now, what I've learned over the last 30 years of network marketing is that in reality, for the majority of people, it doesn't actually work. It doesn't matter which company I'm talking about. In reality, we know from the people that build in network marketing will talk to you about the 80-20 rule. And that is quite simply that 80% of your income in network marketing comes from 20% of your team. So in other words, if you're able to build a team, your income only comes from 20% because the majority are not able to produce the income that you need. That's just the laws of nature of network marketing. And that's if you are able to build a team. Now, I've also seen in the last 30 years that most people cannot build teams. It's just not, people are not salespeople. People just don't feel comfortable building teams, or they're not able to do it. So there it becomes very, very difficult to get the real successes in network marketing. What I'm going to share with you today is what I believe, in my opinion, is the next step. It's the evolution of network marketing. It's the way that the ordinary person can now get ahead, can now make a home-based income or receive money globally from home. What I'm talking about is, I will explain, it will take me about 30 minutes to run through some slides, and I'm mainly talking about the whole industry of crowdfunding. It's an absolute eye-opener of an industry, and it's something that gives the average person a chance to actually receive income from across the globe, receive funds from across the globe very, very easily. Why do I say that? Well, firstly, you don't have to be good at building big teams. You need to be able to share. Now, people say to me, how do I do this? Well, I say to anybody, have you ever seen a good film? And I say, have you ever told anybody about that good film? That's all we do here. I tell people about a very good film. It's an 8-minute video that I want them to watch. It's as simple as that. So if you're able to share a film or a video, you can say, look, to somebody, you need to see this. If you can do that every day, you will have success. Success in this business stops when people stop sharing that video. So I want to get that clear straight away. So what I want to do now, it will take me about 30 minutes to run through some short slides, and then I'll explain to you what I've just witnessed in the last 3 months of being involved with this business. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen. If one of you or a few who would be good enough to unmute your mic, let me know you can see my screen, so I know that you can all see what's going on. Can you see my screen, everybody?
Yeah, I can see it, Colin.
All right, fantastic. If you'd mute your mic again now, that would be great. Oh, no, let me just get that on next. Let me see if that stays. I want to put this down the bottom, actually. Let's see if that works. Okay, so welcome everybody to 50/50 crowdfunding. Now, 50/50 crowdfunding is a platform I'm going to talk to you about in detail. But before I do that, I need to explain to you this whole concept of crowdfunding and how large it's becoming across the globe. Now, what I've done here is I've just put together 4 different companies to give you an idea of some of the leaders in this space, this crowdfunding space. Indiegogo, Kickstarter, Just Giving, and GoFundMe. Hopefully you recognize at least one of these companies or these platforms. The most popular one there, I think, is GoFundMe. That's actually a platform that I've used myself in the past, even before I even saw this opportunity I'm sharing with you today. I was able to help a friend of mine with her cause, with her reason for fundraising. I was happy to do that. In fact, I've also given to charity through Just Giving as well for many, many people. So I know as a person, I've actually used these platforms in the past, but I didn't really understand how big they are. Now, with a bit of research, you'll see that they are huge. I'm sure everyone on this call will recognize who this man is. Now, whether you like this man or not makes no difference here. What I'm trying to demonstrate is the power of people helping people, the power of a crowdfunding platform. This is GoFundMe. Now, when I took this slide that I'm sharing with you now, it was before Christmas, and it was only 3 days after this cause was put on GoFundMe. As you can see, in 3 days, he has raised, or they have raised, $7 million. And that is from small donations that have come in at 25, 20, 50, or whatever it might be, all from across the globe. People have read the cause here and said, yes, I want to donate to this and help this cause. What I look at personally is this has had 959,000 shares. That means that people have shared this page across Facebook, across Twitter, lots and lots of times. Now, when you have a politician like this using GoFundMe to fundraise, you know it has to be legal across the globe. Now, this is one of the questions you will get asked when you talk to people about crowdfunding. Is it legal? Well, I must say to you straight away, if this was illegal, you would not be able to see this cause go across the globe like it is now. Now, this is a politician. Here is a girl that I personally know from the UK. She's a rhythmic gymnast that qualified to represent England in the Commonwealth Games, which was in Australia in 2018. Now, she did all the hard work and qualified, but then realised that she hadn't got enough money to actually get to Australia. So what she did, she set up her own GoFundMe page, told her story of how excited it's her dream to go and represent England in Australia, and she managed to raise £2,000 from 38 people in 11 months. So here, again, I'm just showing you the power of what can happen when people help people across the globe. She was able to go to Australia and represent England in the Commonwealth Games. The nice thing again is that even this small story, she managed to have it shared 446 times via Facebook and via Twitter. So this is a key indicator of how powerful people helping people can be across the globe. When people will tell you that, well, tell me more about fundraising, about crowdfunding, how do I find out? I would recommend that you go and do your own research. Go to places like Wikipedia, see what they say about crowdfunding. When you do that, you'll find this page and you'll see how big crowdfunding has been, especially over the last 3 years. I'll highlight it for you there. $34 billion has been created through crowdfunding in the last 3 years. Now that's a huge, huge amount of money, 34 billion. This is a massively growing marketplace. Another key indicator as to how big crowdfunding is, when you get a platform such as PayPal now offer a crowdfunding section within PayPal, you know that they wouldn't be doing this unless there's something major that's happening here. There's another well-known platform which I'm sure most of you on here will recognize. This is Facebook. And again, after this call, I urge you to go onto Facebook, type into the search bar on Facebook, fundraisers. You will see this page. And as it says, this is a page that any member of Facebook can create their own crowdfunding page, and you're able to fundraise for someone else or for any cause that's important to you. And what's really, really special about this, and this is what people need to get their head around, at the very bottom of that same page, you'll see a big blue button, raise money for a personal cause. So what I'm trying to say is you don't have to raise money for a charity. It could be for yourself. It could be to get yourself out of debt. More and more people have found themselves in debt because of the banking system. This is the people saying, we want to change that. We will do this ourselves. People will help people ourselves using a platform such as Facebook, or using a platform such as GoFundMe, or using a platform such as 50/50. Now, 50/50 is very, very different to the first lot of crowdfunding platforms I've just shared with you. It was formed by a guy called David T. Rosen. He's a Canadian and he's a forerunner and an expert in the crowdfunding space. In fact, he has produced a similar platform to what I'm sharing with you today back in 2002. And that platform, that crowdfunding platform, is still running today. That's 16 years later. That platform I'm talking about that he first set up in 2002 has nearly 680,000 members. And they've generated nearly $1 billion of donations from person to person within that platform. That is huge. And if you think about this for a second, in 2002, social media was very, very small. There was hardly any Facebook, if there was Facebook at all. So it would have been very difficult to get this off the ground, to get this communicated across the globe. Today, in 2019, we know we have social media in a big way. You can get your message out there to many, many people very, very quickly, as I've demonstrated through GoFundMe. 50/50 crowdfunding was launched on the 4th of October. That is just over 3 months ago. When I personally saw this, it was at the end of October. At that time, there were around 500 people across the globe that were involved in 50/50. 500 people that were donating funds to each other through this system. Here we are now in January of 2019. I know we have over 20,000 members now in the first 3 months. I also know that we have donated in the first 3 months over $10 million from person to person. $10 million has gone from one person to another within this system. People helping people. I share this rocket with you because I do believe that it takes a lot of energy to get this off the ground, and that's exactly what's happened over the first 3 months of 50/50. So what I want to do now is just run through, well, why is this different and how has this actually grown so quickly? Well, 50/50 crowdfunding is the world's first crowdfunding system that allows you to receive half of everything that happens in your donation center, which I'll explain what a donation center is as we go along. It's based on the world famous Mobius loop and System G technology, which is the most successful 2x2 Follow Me donation center in history. Now, a 2x2 Follow Me donation center looks very similar to a 2x2 force matrix. Now, if you have any experience of network marketing, you'll know a force matrix is fantastic for the people that get in at the top, but not so good for the people that come in later on at the bottom. The difference here, which is crucial, is we have this technology, this Mobius loop. And what that does is it means that nobody stays at the top within this 2x2 Follow Me donation center. And I'll explain that in more detail, but to be clear, as soon as you have a donation center and it's completed, you'll start another one underneath somebody else who may well have only just started. It could be someone that started 12 months later. You start a new donation center, you go right underneath that person. That makes it beautiful. That makes it very fair for everybody. The nice thing about being only a 2x2 Follow Me donation center, it means that you are likely to get help from above you within the system, and you're likely to get help from below you within the system because it's only a 2x2. And this can happen within seconds of you registering. It could take weeks, it could take days, it could take months, but it could happen within seconds. As I said at the start of this presentation, I have a background in multi-level marketing. And what I will say that in that industry of multi-level marketing, you find yourself having to give your money to a company, whether it is to pay for a product at wholesale and then you sell it at retail, or you'll find yourself giving your Bitcoin to a company, hoping that they will give you back your Bitcoin plus profit over time. That is that system. What I'm sharing with you now is a completely different system. This is peer-to-peer team crowdfunding. What that means is it's person-to-person crowdfunding. What I mean by that is that every single donation that I send to somebody goes directly from my bank account directly to that person's bank account. Or it can go directly from my PayPal account directly to that person's PayPal account. Or my Bitcoin wallet directly to that person's Bitcoin wallet. Not 1 cent of my donation goes to the company. This is crucial. This is what makes this really, really different from anything I've seen out there today. So a key thing to look at with any opportunity, do I have to give my money to that company? If that company was to fall down tomorrow, disappear tomorrow, would it disappear with my money? The nice thing about what I'm sharing with you today is that 100% of the donations I send go directly to the person, no matter what happens with the company. 100% of the donations I receive from across the globe come directly to my bank account, they come directly to my PayPal account, and they come directly to my Bitcoin wallet. Absolutely beautiful. It's a game changer in the business of home-based business. So the question is, well, why would 50/50 even put this together if they're not going to benefit from anything from the donations? Well, firstly, they provide us with an easy to navigate, totally automated dashboard, or a website if you want. And that really just tells us who we need to donate to. It's a tracking system. It tells us who is about to donate to us. But we pay for that privilege. We pay 50/50 a license to use their platform. They actually have two platforms. The highest platform is a $29 platform, which you would pay every 6 months. So that's about $5 a month or $6 a month. So it's very, very affordable for the masses. They also have a lower platform to make sure this is really affordable for the whole globe. That platform costs $19 for 6 months, which is about $3 a month. So now it becomes very, very accessible for the globe. Now, the bottom line is this. If this company fell down tomorrow, it would fall down with my $29 or my $19. That is it. That puts us all members in a very, very strong position. Having a background in multi-level marketing and working with people, I know that for a system to work, when it involves people, it has to be simple. Now, this is not multi-level marketing, I'm happy to say. There are no commissions being made by anybody on multiple levels. All we do is we register with the company. We will send them $29 or $19 to pay for a license, which will last us for 6 months. We then become an active donor by sending a donation to the people in the system that it tells us to. There will be 2 people. That donation will be split between the 2 people. The minimum level can be $250 on the main platform, or it can be $25 on the lower platform, which I'll talk about in more detail. But once you've registered with the company and you've sent your donation, you are now classed as an active donor. And this should be done on day 1. Your next step of 3 is you want to share this opportunity with 2 people. Find 2 people that also want to become active donors like you. And I'll discuss in a while how you share this, but I think I've already explained that. It's like when you see a good movie, if you recommend a good movie. Here, you will recommend somebody watches an 8-minute video. Your 2 people will now want to do exactly what you've done. They're looking to go and find their 2 people. So number 1 and number 2 will find their 2 people, like so. And that, folks, is a completed donation center. It doesn't get any more difficult than that. It's 2 people who find 2 people. Now, that is a completed donation center. You are at the top of your donation center. And as it says on the screen here, you will always receive 50% of everything that happens within your donation center. What we have at 50/50 crowdfunding are 8 different donation levels. The first 3, 25, 50, and 150, those are on the lower, or on the smaller platform, which is $19 every 6 months. And you'd send a donation of $25 off to 2 people. Half would go to one person, half would go to the other person. So half of 25 is $12.50. You'd send that to one person in the system, and you send $12.50 to another person in the system. The person you're sending it to will instruct you on how they would like to receive it. It could be Bitcoin. Dave Orchard, could you mute your mic, please, mate?
It's a bloody dirtier today.
Dave, could you mute your mic, please, mate? Dave, can you mute your mic? Okay, 1 second, folks. I'm sure that doesn't happen. Okay, we're back again, hopefully. If you can't hear me in a while, somebody let me know. Okay, so as I was saying, the first level. Dave, please mute your mic, please.
No, it's me. I was saying we can hear you.
Okay, thanks, Adrian. Okay, so the lower platform is the 25, the 50, and the 150. The main platform is the $250 platform, 500, 1,000, 2,000, and 4,000. Now, when I first got introduced to this, and I knew I wanted to be in the main platform, $250, I thought I've now got to find $500. I've now got to find $1,000. It was quickly pointed out to me that no, you don't have to. The smart thing to do is to upgrade to the higher levels from the donations you receive once you've got started. So what I'm going to do is just show you how that can happen. And I'll start with the level 4, which is a $250 level, because that's where I personally started. $250 I would donate to 2 people in a donation center. I would send $125 to one person and $125 to another person. I'm then classed as an active person on this level 4. I'm then eligible to receive 6 donations in my donation center. If you remember, you're at the top of your donation center. There's 2 people below you, and then there's 4 people below them. That's a total of 6 people. I'm then eligible to receive 6 donations of $125 in that donation center. Grand total of $750. That $750, I could take that because it's already straight into my bank account or straight into my PayPal account or straight into my Bitcoin wallet. I could say thank you very much, and I could walk away and that's it, happy days. Or I might go, well, that was good, I want to do that again. So in level 4 of my 750, I would use $250 again and donate that to 2 people to go and help 2 people with their own cause. So $125 goes to one person, $125 goes to another person. I'm then eligible to receive another 6 donations in a brand new donation center of $125 again. That's another $750. And I can do that over and over and over again as many times as I want. Now, if you do that, you've still got $500 left because you've donated $250. Now, the smart thing to do with that $500 that you've received in donations is to use that to get yourself into level 5. It's a completely different donation center. It's a completely different level. Your $500, you would split that between 2 people. So you send $250 to one person, you'll send $250 to another person. In this donation center, you're then eligible to receive another 6 donations of $250, which is $1,500. And again, once you've received all 6 donations, you've received $1,500, you could say thank you very much and walk away. You've received what you wanted for your cause. Or you might think, well, that's good. I've got some more debts I want to clear. I'll do that again. So you $1,500, you put $500 back into level 5. You donate that $500 between 2 people, $250 to one person, $250 to another person. You're then eligible again to receive another 6 donations of $250. This can happen over and over and over again. $1,500, so you've still got $1,000 left. The smart thing to do with that, as you can imagine, is go up to level 6. And you do the same thing again. You split that 1,000 between 2 people, 500 to one and 500 to another. You receive 6 donations of $500. That's $3,000 that would land in your bank or your bank account or your PayPal account or your Bitcoin wallet. It doesn't go to the company, remember that. Again, the same at level 7, and the highest level is level 8. This is the $4,000 level. Now at this level, you would donate $2,000 to one person and $2,000 to another person. Can you imagine receiving a donation straight into your bank account, straight into your PayPal account of $2,000? This is happening loads. This is happening all across the globe. Once you have done that, you are then eligible to receive 6 donations of $2,000. 6 donations, $2,000 is $12,000. Once you receive the total of $12,000, you could walk away again. Or you might go, well, that was great with my $12,000. I want to put $4,000 straight back into level 8 to help 2 people again and keep $8,000 for whatever I want it for. And you can do that over and over again. Once you're at the highest level, level 8, there are no higher levels to go up to. So it's just, you just continue to receive donations for as long as you want to receive them for. Every single level I'm sharing with you here works independently. Every time you cycle on that level, you cycle on that same level. So level 4, you always stay on level 4. Level 5 is level 5. They all work independently. What I'm going to finish off here now is just showing you an animation that shows you how those donations can flow. It'll work the same for every single level, from either level 1, which would be the $25 level, up to level 8, which is the $4,000 level. What I'm sharing with you here now is the $250 level. So there you are at the top of your donation center. You've already donated $250 to 2 people in the system. So that opens up your donation center. Your first 2 people, number 1 and number 2, are in place. You've found those 2 people. Those 2 people are going, yes, I want to do what you've just done. I want to join 50/50. I'm happy to donate. So they will donate $250 once they've registered. $125 would go to you because this is your donation center, and $125 will go to somebody above you within the whole pool of people. Your second person who's just started, they would register. They would donate. Half of their $250 would go to you, $125, and the other half, $125, will go to somebody above you. Now there you are at the top of your donation center. You've just received 2 donations of $125. That is $250. You've just received back what you donated in the first place. Number 1 will want to build his own team now. He'll introduce his first person. He'll receive $125. And as this is your donation center, you will also receive the other half of that $250, the other half being $125. Number 2 gets started with his first person. He'll receive a donation of $125, and $125 will float up to you. Number 2 brings in his second person. He'll receive another $125, and $125 floats up to you. Now, number 2 has just received his second donation of $125. He's received $250. He's received his $250 back in total. He's a happy chappy. Number 1 will do the same. He'll receive his second donation from his second person, $125, and $125 floats up to you. There you are at the top of your donation center. This donation center is now completed. You've received 6 donations of $125. Now, as I said earlier, you could walk away at this point and you've got $750 in your bank account, or you might think, well, I want to do that again. So you are happy to donate $250 to 2 people in the system. What would happen is this donation center is finished. You would move using the Morbius loop, and you'd be automatically placed in an open spot of your sponsor underneath somebody else that may well have only just joined. You'll have 6 empty spots underneath you again, and your team would follow you into those empty spots, or anybody new that you introduce would also go into those spots as well. That is the power of how this Morbius loop works. That is exactly how this works at $250 level. This works exactly the same at the $25 level, right up to the $4,000 level. If this was a $4,000 level, these donations will be $2,000 at a time. That's the only difference. Hopefully that's a very simple explanation of how this works and why this works. So what I'll do is I'll stop sharing now, and we'll answer any questions that people have. Just bear with me a second. Okay, welcome back everybody. So hopefully that has made sense for everybody. It's a very clean and very simple system. Some of the key points that I'll go over again. It's legal across the globe on all 7 continents because it's peer-to-peer crowdfunding. If people tell you that crowdfunding is illegal, I would ask them what type of crowdfunding are they talking about. Peer-to-peer, which is what we have here, person-to-person, is totally legal across the globe. You can see that through PayPal, through GoFundMe, through the FCA. There's lots of evidence that we have actually in our Facebook group, if anybody wants to read that, that will show you it's legal across the globe. In fact, my sponsor, when he first saw this, he took this to his solicitor and said, tell me, is this legal? Am I allowed to do this? His solicitor went away, came back with the evidence to say, yes, it's totally legal, with documentation to prove it. Not only that, I know the solicitor actually joined 50/50. That says a lot. So when your friend tells you it's illegal, stand up tall and say, well, actually, no, it's not. That's the main thing that you will get. Some other questions you might get is, oh, is this multi-level marketing? Well, hopefully from today, you know this is not multi-level marketing. There are no commissions being made by anybody. not on any level at all. Never mind multiple levels. This is not multi-level at all. This is just straightforward donations from one person to another, peer-to-peer. This is true peer-to-peer as well, because none of the donations go through the company. It goes from my bank account straight to somebody else's bank account. Every donation I receive comes directly to me. All 50-50 does is it tells me when I'm going to receive a donation, and all 50-50 does is tell me who I'm going to send a donation to. Those are the main questions, really. People ask me, do I need to introduce anybody? I would tell you now, yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's possible to receive donations without introducing anybody, but please don't rely on that. In fact, I'd say in the first 3 months, that has been the downfall of a lot of people. They've seen that others have received loads and loads without doing a thing, so they'll join and end up not do anything and expect something to happen. It doesn't happen. So what I would suggest is to take ownership of it and say, right, who do I know that would like to receive donations or funds from across the globe? Who wouldn't like to have a notification in their PayPal, a notification from their bank they've received funds from across the globe? So all you would do is you share with them your 8-minute video. It's as simple as that. Is there any other questions that anybody would have in general that you'd like to ask? If you don't want to actually ask them, you can write them in the chat and I'll read them out and I'll answer it from there. So we know, yes, go for it. Blessing, hi Blessing.
Hi, yeah, I just want to throw this in. 2 days ago, I got 2 donations, so I was quite happy.
Say that again.
2 days ago,
yeah,
I got an email notification saying that I got donations.
You had a notification from the company that you're about to receive a donation?
Yeah, two.
Okay.
And I'm so happy.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, that's great. That's a fantastic result. Have you received the donations?
Yeah, I have.
Have you confirmed that in the back office that you've received them? Awesome. Awesome. Now, while you're here, Blessing, have you ever been involved in any other type of home-based business?
Yes, I have many. I've lost count, to be honest.
Okay, have you been able to receive $250 in a short space of time like you have today?
No.
Yeah, it's very powerful. So there you go. There's a typical example of somebody that I know that she said that she's been involved in network marketing before. She's received $250 straight into her bank account or straight into her PayPal account.
No, not 250, it's 25.
Oh, 25. Okay, even still, you've received $25. That's fantastic. Now, those 2 people, if you've personally introduced them, I would highly recommend you work with them to help them duplicate so they can go and find their 2 people. Then you'll receive 6 donations, a maximum of $75.
Yeah, definitely.
With that, you can go, thank you very much, and walk away. Or you can donate $25 again to 2 people in level 1 to help them. And you could use the other $50 to get yourself into level 2. At level 2, you would donate $25 to one person, $25 to another person, and the system will tell you who to donate to. Yeah. And then you're eligible to receive 6 donations of $25. That's $150 is coming your way.
I'm so happy though.
Yeah, very well done, well done. Any other questions for anybody else? Let me see if on answer. Is this a sponsoring assistance or more? I'm not sure what you mean by Sylvine is asking, is this a Sponzi?
Colin, I think she means Ponzi.
Oh, Ponzi. Okay. Okay, well, Sylvia, a Ponzi system, first of all, is where a company will get in loads and loads of money from people, and it only survives from the money that comes in from the people. It pays the people at the top. Hopefully from this presentation, you've heard that not 1 cent of the donation goes to the company. This is a platform where I donate directly to your bank account, directly to your PayPal account. And if I decide that I no longer want to receive donations, I will then stop donating. But the bottom line is it's human nature. I want to continue to receive donations. So I am happy to donate to somebody in the system. right? So when somebody says to you, is this a Ponzi? The first thing I will say to them, tell me what is a Ponzi. And you'll find majority haven't got a clue what a Ponzi is. And when they explain it, you'll see it's nothing like what we're doing here. And then you can explain the difference to them. Okay? Another thing that you want to be aware of, what's so special about 50/50 is that David Rosen has another platform that's been going 16 years. So this guy knows what he's doing. This isn't a brand new CEO that's following somebody else. This guy is a leader in this industry. We are seeing 50/50 after it's 3 months old. Now, as a brand new company is 3 months old, with 20,000 members, their support system is struggling, let's be honest. Their support system is struggling at the minute to keep up with all the support questions that they're getting. So that's going to happen because we're all pioneers. We are all there right at the beginning. So if anybody is having any kind of support issues, whether it's to do with, and it's usually to do with the license, getting their $29 license or getting their $19 license, speak to your upline, see if you can find a solution for that, because we can usually get it solved between us. It just makes it easier for support to deal with anything else that they need to deal with. So hopefully that's answered that question about being a Ponzi, because it's far from that.
Colin.
Hi, Duncan.
Hi, good morning. Just worth mentioning as well, when somebody says it's a Ponzi, I mean, that's like saying that, sorry, that's like saying that PayPal or sorry, wait. Sorry, I'll have to mute myself. I'll call you back. Sorry.
Yeah. Please call back on that, Duncan, because we do want to help people understand the difference between this and what they perceive a Ponzi to be. Now, most people, another reason why I say it's a Ponzi is because there's no product. They think, well, I'm not selling any perfume, I'm not selling any skincare, so if there's no product, then it must be a Ponzi. Well, again, that's incorrect. It's just wrong information. That's like saying that GoFundMe is a Ponzi. That's like saying Facebook is a Ponzi.
That's what I was just about to say.
Sorry, mate.
Exactly that. I mean, anybody that says it's a Ponzi, well, that means Facebook's doing it. It's just mad. Just that they don't understand it. That's all it is.
Absolutely. So just be clear, it's totally legal across the globe. If somebody says it's a Ponzi, they're trying to tell you it's illegal. Hopefully we've covered that now. This is totally legal across the globe. It's just about what you do with it. Now, the key thing about 50/50, as I said already, that my background is multi-level marketing. And I talked about the 80-20 rule, that 80% of your income comes from 20% of your people. That means that 80% of your team in network marketing are not making any money. Let's be honest. That's the fact. Now, what we know in 50/50 is that 75% of people in 50/50 receive at least one donation. That's massive. That means it's achievable for the masses, not just a few that are good at building teams. In fact, I will tell you now, as long as you're able to share this with at least two people that go, yes, I would like to receive donations from across the globe. How can I do this? As long as they can afford to start even on the lowest level, which is $25, and they can afford the $19 for 6 months license, so it's $44, which is roughly £30 sterling in the UK. They can get up and running. They can start. Blessing has already mentioned how she has recently started. She's received 2 donations already. She's up and running. As long as we work with the 2 people that are below her, they will duplicate. She will receive another 4 donations just because of how the system works. Absolutely beautiful. She'll then move up the rung of the ladder. I know that if with a bit of focus, in 16 days, you can go from step 1 to the highest level in 16 days, because you would cycle every 2 days within the system. I'm getting a bit technical there, but just to give you an idea how powerful this actually could be.
Colin, Julian's asked a question here.
Actually, what's she asked?
I'm trying to work it out. She's marked funds as received, but I think she didn't note the tracking number. This is stopping a new member from making a payment.
No, it won't. No, it won't. No, it won't. It won't stop it at all. You can put anything in. You can put any comment in that box that you want as proof that you've confirmed you've had the payment. Personally, if I get a donation in Bitcoin, I will just put. For me, I put YRX BTC, so I know where it is if I need to go and find it. if I get a a donation come to me in PayPal, I'll just write PayPal. I don't need to write the ID, the tracking ID number. If it's into my bank account, I'll just put UK bank account or my global bank account. That's all you need to do. As long as you've confirmed that you've received it, then the system knows that person is an active donor. That's all they need to go forward.
Yeah, Colin, sorry, I have a question.
Okay.
Can you receive donations from Cash App?
Yes, you can. You can receive donations in any form you want. That's the beauty of this system. If Cash App works for you, wherever you are, you put your Cash App details in the back office so people know how to send you donations via Cash App.
Because you can also, because I downloaded the app, Cash App, and I linked my bank card to my Cash App.
That's great.
So that's fine, right?
Yeah, as long as somebody wants to pay you that way, they can.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's fine.
I mean, in the States, we have people here from America. They have Walmart to Walmart in the States. That means that somebody can go into one Walmart shop, send a donation via Walmart. The person can receive it, goes to their local Walmart, and they can go and collect that donation from Walmart. So there's lots of different ways that anybody can actually receive a donation, because this is a people business. Nothing goes through the company. That's the difference.
Okay, that's good.
It could be what's that? Western Union. You could use Western Union, or you could use MoneyGram. It depends on where you are in the globe and what you have access to. Bitcoin is definitely a good way to go for anybody that's not involved in Bitcoin. That's definitely a global way to go. Any other questions? Did we answer that long one from Sylvia? Anybody know? Anybody got another question?
No, Sylvie was just asking, I don't know whether you read that. So yes, Sylvie, you have to pay the $19 subscription and they donate 50-50, $25 to two people. Yes, if those two people introduce people, you will then receive donations up to a maximum of that level of $75. And then you can move up to level 2, but you can move up to level 2 or 3 at any time. If you can afford it, do it. If you can't, just wait. Simple answer to that. With regards to the credit card, I know it is being sorted. I am supposed to be speaking to David today, so I'll give you an update on that. But in the meantime, just use the tokens or pay for the subscription with a Bitcoin if you've got it. Or you can always get a friend to pay with Bitcoin and you send them the funds by PayPal as an example.
That works in trees, to be honest with you. I've been doing that quite a lot. I have a massive team growing in Botswana. And again, it's just we buy tokens that get paid via PayPal. I then go and use Bitcoin, buy the tokens, get them sent, text them straight across, and job is done. Very, very simple. Very, very fast.
Sorry, I have one more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have to buy the tokens, or is it must, or is it optional that you must buy?
It's optional, but I would highly recommend that you use tokens right now. Highly recommend, because the banking system is always difficult across the globe, and it just cuts out a hurdle. I know that if I give you a token and you put it into the box when somebody registers, they're in. It's not really going to be an issue. You as a member, on your homepage, you can see buy tokens for a teammate. Just go and buy one or go and buy two, whatever you need. So when you've got somewhere to start, they send you the $19 via PayPal or Bankwire. You then text them over that small token. They can use a token when they register, put it in the box for token. Job is done. They are in.
Okay, that's good.
And again, this is the only money that ever goes to the company. This is probably the biggest stumbling block, is getting over the license, which is a $19 license or $29. So we can solve that quite quickly by working together, because it is a people business. We all help each other. Very, very simple.
Thank you, Collins.
Merlin's asking when the next meeting is. Duncan, are you doing one today or not? Are you still here, or is he gone? Are you still there? I'm not sure if Duncan's doing one today or not. He might be, he might not be. I'm not sure. But we'll find out. Merlin, again, you're part of my team, so let me know if you need to talk to anybody. We can do that anyway. Any other questions? Anything else on here?
Thank you, Colin.
My pleasure. Anybody got any other questions? And what I would say, I have to say this about crowdfunding. It's a brand new it's a brand new area. It's a brand new way of making money. You're going to see lots of companies come along and try and copy to do what we're doing. But the difference is this Morbius loop. If you are a team player, you're able to build big teams. What you want is that team to stay together. You want that team to follow you through the system. There's nothing worse than you having the energy to build a big business and then your team gets split and you end up losing half of it. Or that money, or the money goes through that company and then the company disappears. And the longer you've been building, the more money you've got in that company, the more you're going to lose. The beauty of 50/50 is this Morbius loop. Not 1 cent of our donations goes to the company. That is powerful. What else?
Yeah, Colin, sorry. I had a gentleman, I reached out to a gentleman last week, and he asked on Facebook. I know the guy personally. And he was asking me, what am I doing? I said, I'm into fundraising and stuff like that, that I receive donations, send donations. And I said that if I asked him if I could send him an 8-minute video, he said that no, not right now. That if
okay. The first thing you need to do before you ask him if you can send him a video, you're going to need to ask to find out if he's interested in actually receiving, if he wants to earn some money. That's the first thing I would say. So before you even talk about the video, you say, look, just give you an example of how I did it. Duncan called me up on a morning and said, Colin, stop what you're doing. I've got something I want you to see. Some words to that effect. And I think he says something like, are you interested in making some money instantly? Now, most home-based businesses, you have to build and build and build and build and build before you actually get any rewards. When he said to me instantly, I know I've got bills I've got to pay instantly. The bank won't wait for me to build up my money to pay them. They want their money. So if you show me something I can earn instantly, it's going to grab my attention. So Duncan said that. I said, yes. How? He said, well, he didn't explain it. He didn't even mention the word crowdfunding to me. He said, I have seen something that you've got to see. It's an 8-minute video. How soon can you watch it? Me being me, I said, I'll watch it now. So he sent it over. I watched the video and I thought, wow. I watched that video. I had a conversation with Duncan afterwards. And my mind is thinking, I know loads of people who need to see this. And I'm brand new. I don't know what to say. So I said to Duncan, if I can get a handful of people together in the afternoon, would you show them what you just showed me? And he said, yes. So I got onto the phone and I spoke to a handful of people, and it's the same thing that got me interested. I said, I've just seen something that can put money in my pocket or your pocket instantly. Do you want to see it? Yes, tell me. So then I said, get on the call this afternoon. So that afternoon, I think we had about 10 people on the call. All 10, once they'd seen it, said, I am in. So just to give you an idea how powerful this is, I donated $250. I sent my people my link. First day, I'd received $750. $750. I completed a complete cycle.
Okay.
6 donations, $750 in one day. Who do you know who would like to receive $750 in one day? I mean, that's a great question. Ask somebody. Do you know anybody that would like to receive $750 today? I mean, I just make it up as I go along, but that is something you can do.
Yeah, and yeah, Colin, and the guy said that if I receive £8,000 worth of donation, I should let him know. I just laughed. I said, okay, I will let you know.
That's fine. That's fine. You're gonna people will say no to me. People will say no to you. The bottom line is they know what you're doing. He'll be thinking about that later on. He'll go, oh yes, Blessing is doing that 50/50. I need to get back in touch with her now, see how she's getting on. And when he comes back to you, you'll tell him. But the only issue with that is that if you're doing really, really well, and let's say you've received $10,000, $20,000 in donations, in his mind he'll think, oh, I'm too late now. But the bottom line is the beauty of what we have with 50/50. It doesn't matter if you start today or you start in 12 months' time. the opportunity is still the same because of the Morbius loop, because people always move to the bottom. The beautiful thing is, the only difference is that you receive donations today if you start today. So my question to anybody is, do you know anybody that would like to receive $750 today? If yes, they go, how? They go, great, I've got an 8-minute video. How soon can you watch it? That's what I would say. And then I'll get them on the call, on the next live Zoom call that we have. I'm not sure when it is, but we'll let you know in the group if we do one today or not. Or I'll get them on a live call, or I'll get them on a one-to-one with my sponsor. All right, any other questions before I finish off for the morning?
Colin, can I just finish off by saying what you've just said about using, well, you used me to help you, and that's what everybody should be doing. And if you're not getting the help from your sponsor, use Colin, use me. I'm wanting to do calls with people that you put me in front of. Simple as that. Get them to watch that video and then ask them one thing. Do you want to find out more? That's it. And then arrange a Zoom call or a one-on-one or a phone call. So I know you're up for that, Colin. So am I.
I am. I mean, I've got a call lined up for Dubai. My friend's on the call here now. We are going to get a whole team in Dubai, all get started together. We do a Zoom call. Everybody gets the information day one. It just grows like crazy. Simple as that. I can do that all day long with whoever wants to do that.
It works.
Are we doing a call tonight, Duncan, or not?
No, not tonight. No, okay. No. The next call I'll be doing Thursday night.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Fantastic. I hope that's all. I'll just stop recording now. Thank you all for being on the call. Let me stop recording.